Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Wisdom Wednesday. My name is Kristen Gear. I am the Director of Operations and one of the Managing Directors for BNI Arizona. And every single week, I come to you with a weekly education nugget called Wisdom Wednesday that counts as one chapter education unit for watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's edition as we continue to talk about the hidden elements of the BNI agenda. This is going to be week 5 of the hidden elements. There are 7 total hidden elements of the BNI agenda, so we are on the 5th one. But before we get started, I wanted to remind you all of what is coming up. So I am working on the Power of One email that is going to be sent out this afternoon. So Jeremy Walsh sent out the National Power of One, so I am putting together our Arizona details and it will get sent out to everyone this afternoon. We have some amazing members that are on the 100% Club, which is super exciting. We have 28 amazing members in the 100% Club, so I will have all of them listed in the email this afternoon. And guys, our leadership and support team trainings start next week. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? It's already August. Time is just flying by. So we want to make sure, and I did send out an email last Friday, guys. I sent it out to all members, and that email was so that way you guys would have the day and times for all of the training. So no matter what role that you were selected in, if you're not selected for any particular role for this upcoming year, hopefully you will open the opportunity for some support team role for this upcoming year, but we have all of the training dates in the email. There was even hyperlinks to each of the different training days that all you had to do is click on the date. It will take you right to the BNI Arizona calendar to register for that particular training. There are 6 different training days for each of the different roles, except for the mentors and then the growth events power team. There are 3 trainings for each of those because Carol and I split that up during the week, but there are still multiple options for each of those trainings. So please, please, please make sure to get onto the BNI Arizona calendar, sign up for an amazing training. They're only 90 minutes. We will also be sending out some additional support material through BNI Business Builder. That way you can have additional resources to learn even more on how to better your position in your new role for this upcoming year. All of the transitions will take place October 1st, unless things were transitioning early for your chapter, but 98% of all of the chapters in the Valley will be transitioning October 1st. So really excited to get these trainings going. Once you have been trained in your role, I highly recommend to shadow those that are currently in the role. That way you can create a smooth transition come October 1st, because that is one of the biggest hiccups for chapters as they transition is if you don't shadow the current role and really communicate with them, so that way the last week of September, the first week of October, that nothing gets missed in between. One of the biggest things that gets missed through that transition are visitors that registered in between that time. So you want to make sure the communication with the visitors is on point, but also pending applications. So if you're on the membership committee and you're transitioning off of membership committee and you're in the middle of working on certain applications, please make sure that the incoming membership committee knows what you guys are working on, knows what's pending, so that way nothing falls through the cracks when it comes to the amazing visitors and our pending members in the system, and even renewals. So if your renewal is right on the brink, if it's October 1st renewal, then you want to make sure that the communication with the current team is communicating with those October 1st renewals, because everything will transition on the 1st and you want to make sure everything gets in. So, touched on the Power of One, touched on leadership and support team training. So now we're going to touch on the hidden elements. So we already covered the first 4, which were open networking, the purpose and overview, the announcing of the amazing networking leaders. So all about recognition. And last week we talked about referrals and testimonials. So this week we're going to talk about welcoming new and renewing members. And it's another one of those things, guys, that could make your chapter go from good to great when it comes to this portion of the meeting. So you don't want it to be a just nonchalant, hey, we're welcoming this new member into the chapter. You want some excitement when we are inducting a new member, and we want to make a really big deal, guys, when we are renewing members in the chapter. We want to make sure that we are reciting the amazing code of ethics every time that we have a new member or renewing member coming into the chapter or continuing their membership in the chapter. It's really, really important. Now, how you do these code of ethics is up to your chapter. I've seen multiple different ways of doing them. My favorite way of doing them is repeating the code of ethics after the president, or some chapters repeat the code of ethics after a founding member. If you have some founding members in your chapter, you can have those founding members be the lead in reciting the code of ethics. Now, some chapters, as they recite the code of ethics, they will say, I will, afterwards. So it's not reciting the whole code of ethics. They just say, I will, which is totally fine. Whatever works for your chapter and the personality, you still want to have the energy behind it. And the reason why I love having people repeat it is because of one of my favorite code of ethics. All about that positive attitude, and you have to put emphasis. So if you have been in a chapter that I have recited the code of ethics with, you know that when it comes to that positive attitude code of ethics, you gotta put some positive energy in that sentence, because it really boosts the morale and the energy in the entire room. Like, that really is by far my favorite core value of positive attitude, but also code of ethics with supporting everyone in a positive attitude, right? So you want to make sure that you are repeating all of that information. Now, I want to actually go through some of that information as well, because I think it's important for all of us to really remember the code of ethics and what we all agreed to in BNI, right? So if you are a chapter if you are not currently reciting these code of ethics, then we've got something to work on for this upcoming year, right? Always improvements. So, all right, guys, so we're going to go through the code of ethics right now. And because I want to make sure that everyone knows what we are agreeing to as a BNI member. This is why we repeat them every time someone new joins a chapter, or when a renewing member re-ups their membership for 1 or 2 years. This is a really, really exciting time. And yes, visitors have mentioned, like, it could seem a little cultish, but it's really re-energizing all the members and saying, you know what? I have agreed to all of these items, and it re-emphasizes all of the information. So there are 6 code of ethics. And I always love people to repeat after me, but I won't make you guys do it because you're on the other side of the screen. I can't hear you, but hopefully you're repeating after me too. So the first one, I will provide the quality of services at the prices that I've quoted. Super important, right? 2, I will be truthful with the members and their referrals. Extra important. All of these are so amazing, right? Number 3, I will build good trust and oh my gosh. See, now you got me tongue-tied. I will build goodwill and trust among members and their referrals. Number 4, I will take responsibility for following up on the referrals I receive. Number 5, it's my favorite. It's so good. I will display a positive and supportive attitude with BNI members, and I will live up to ethical standards of my profession. All 6 of these are incredible, guys. So, anytime we induct a new member or renew a member, we should be reciting these code of ethics or saying I will after the code of ethics. It's really important. Plus, one of the biggest things is repeating. So if the president says each code of ethic, the entire room repeats it with that new member because we're coming together as a team. Everyone is working together to be a part of that chapter. So that's why we have everyone, every BNI member in the room stand with that new member to recite the code of ethics. Don't just have the new member recite the code of ethics alone. It is a team effort. So be a part of the team and have everyone recite them together. And here's the bonus part, guys. So this is what really helps chapters stand out from the rest. Not only putting some emphasis in these code of ethics, but after the code of ethics are done, if you are inducting a brand new member, have that new member share why they joined your chapter. It does not need to be scripted. It can be 20 seconds, just a real quick why they joined your chapter. That provides a lot of value for the extra visitors that are in the room with you, but also really solidifies for the members in the room why those new members are joining your chapter. You want to hear that information. Have them share it. And for renewing members, have them share why they renewed with the chapter. That also provides so much valuable information for visitors in the room to hear and for current members to hear. It's just something from the heart. Again, not scripted, but just something short and sweet, to the point, right from the heart of either why they joined or why they renewed with your chapter. So that, guys, is what will take your chapter from good to great. So evaluate how your chapter is currently reciting the code of ethics and inducting and re-inducting those members into your chapter, because I guarantee you, with some emphasis in this, it really will change your culture in a positive way. So if you have any questions about this hidden element number 5, please let me know. I'm happy to help, happy to come to split. I mean, shoot, if you have a new member, I'd be happy to come and recite the code of ethics for you. Especially number 5, right? So please, 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 if you have any questions about these hidden elements, please reach out to me anytime. I'm going to include the links of all 5 of the hidden element videos in the Power of One email that I'm going to send out this afternoon to all of our members. So that way everyone will have a resource. Again, there are 2 more weeks of hidden elements, and then we'll go into the next topic after that. If you have any questions or any topics that you guys would like to have me cover on a future Wisdom Wednesday, feel free to reach out to me. You can send me an email. You all have my email. You can respond to the Power of One email if you'd like with your questions. I'd love to add additional content for future Wisdom Wednesdays. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's edition. And remember to record 1 chapter education unit for watching. Thank you guys so much and have an amazing week.